Hello and welcome to Five Elements Living. Today I'm sitting down with two Reiki masters who each in their own right are wonderful, but when they get together it is absolutely magical. Katie Davis and Sarah Pickard. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, thanks.
Thank you.
So we're going to be hosting a goddess workshop here in April 29th from 10 to 2. All the information is going to be on Five Elements Living under the events, or you can sign up on Facebook as well. But really, watching the two of you work together, it's actually, I really mean magical, because you haven't known each other that long.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, so Can you tell a little bit about how you met?
Why don't you start with that?
Okay. 3 years.
2.5.
Yep. I was at a very low point in my life, and I was seeking out help and guidance from some local healers, and I was pointed in one particular direction, given a gift certificate that was actually meant for you. But
it was meant for me.
It was originally meant for you. But just circumstances, Tammy knew that it was meant for me that day, and went to see Sarah, and immediately there was this just spark of recognition, and
Like you'd known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
very long time. Mm-hmm. So from there on out, we knew we were meant to do great things together.
Mm-hmm. People who know the both of you, both separately in your lives and then getting together, they all say how there is a presence about you when you're together, that it's almost like you speak another language to each other,
Yeah.
which is wonderful, because now you're going to be sharing it.
Yes.
Yes.
So tell a little bit about what goddess means, how you came up with that, and how you put the class together.
Well, I've been teaching classes for about 5 years, but they were all divided up, different themes. And when we met, as we said, we knew that we were supposed to work together, and that teaching was probably the way that was going to happen. But we had no idea what we were supposed to do. And then when my life shifted and I was going to move here full time, all of a sudden the pieces started to fall into place. And I looked at my material and at how my life had shifted and the path that I had taken, and I said, all of this stuff that I teach individually should be put into one class to help empower women.
Absolutely.
But that's a big task, a very big task. So of course, Katie's my sounding board. So I went to her, and I would say we got very clear messages and guidance that this was our work and this is what we were supposed to do together.
It was very clear.
Yes. And then once we made the decision to do it, it came fast.
Yep.
You said the information about what to teach really came through you fast.
Very fast. Yes,
Like
it
you just
did.
kept writing and making the program bigger and bigger and adding more things. So
All of the pieces fell together.
I mean, even specific things, sentences to say, quotes to use. We got a lot.
The divine feminine has a wealth of information in it. So
Absolutely.
the thing is to present it to women so that they can understand it, they can embody it, and they can go away using it in their lives. So we've already done one class. I say we.
Yes.
They allow me to make the food and give food and nourishment to these women that are learning about themselves.
Beautiful.
So after the class, the first class, what do you think was probably the most powerful part of it that women took away?
I would say that, especially after talking to some of them afterwards, it was the idea that you can do this. So many of them are like, oh, you're different, you're special. Nope.
Yep.
If I can do this, if Kate can do this, you can do this.
That is so beautiful when they get it, when the light goes on and you see, oh my God, these women that are making it happen in life circumstances where you would not imagine them to make it. They're not only doing it, but they're empowered and they're strong and they're beautiful. When the light goes on and they realize there's nothing special about us, the only difference that sets us apart is that we've been blessed enough to know ahead of time what our plan and purpose was all about, and they become empowered very quickly.
Knowing that they could do the same. They could find it within themselves as well.
And what we do is, when I went through my shift and awakening, I, in a lot of ways, was alone. And I think one of the things that we are doing to help these women is so they know they're not alone.
Right.
And that the class can give them tools to help them as they progress through figuring out who they are, what they want, how they want to live their life, what they want to manifest in their life, what they want to do when they grow up, you know, all of those ideas.
And really, this is just starting out. I mean, we were calling it, we have levels to it that we've been discussing about the Goddess One, is just putting it out there of this is a possibility for you. And then
reminders.
Reminders that the light goes on, that you can really see what you can do for yourself, to heal yourself and to empower yourself. And then there's going to be some more levels to that.
Yes, absolutely.
And I know you've both been playing with what's next. What's next for these women?
Deeper healings.
Yes, absolutely.
That's where it starts.
It's going to be the work. You know, that there was the introduction, that's what this all is. And then we're actually going to do it. And have the weekend retreat idea so that there's time and space and support.
I think is the biggest.
Now, when she says doing the work, that can be a little bit intimidating to those who are sitting back going, oh, I don't know if I want to do the work.
I don't want to dig that deep.
Right.
There is so much grace that comes with doing the work and walking your path and finding the people that are going to assist you to do the work that it doesn't feel like work to me some days.
It's the best decision I ever made.
So what would you say to somebody, a woman who might be a little intimidated, scared, a little shy about even coming to a class, whether it be just a day class or a weekend class, and they were a little afraid to step out on the edge? What would be, from each one of you, what would be something you could say to them that would put them at ease?
Well, I think we have had that happen. And one of the things, of course, it depends on the person, but one of the things that we both often say to people is, come, listen, see what you get out of it. What resonates with you?
So they could just be at the class. They
Just
don't
be.
even need to.
Yeah.
That's something I emphasize. I want to inspire people to come because it is just a fun day of being around like-minded women who want to be powerful. Maybe they're faking it till they make it at the time.
Which is fine.
Which is good.
That's a step.
But just come and be around women who want to love you and want to support you. This is huge.
The connections that were made with the people who attended, not even with us, but among the people who attended, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Sisterhood. Yeah, the sisterhood. And that's what this is about, is developing that.
Walking in and out of the class, just tending to everybody, I saw laughter, saw some tears. I'm sure when they went home, there might have been some anger that bubbled up.
A lot of processing.
And so what I enjoy about watching you teach is letting them know what tools they can take home with them right away for when those feelings pop up in them, and how they can manage it, how they can deal with it. Some of it's just letting it flow. Doesn't even that
allowing.
You have to, not even about suppressing it, but surrendering to it.
I think another thing that's really important that we do with the class is letting them know that we're not just teaching them and sending them off and you're on your own, now go do this. That the support continues, you know, so we're available and we make sure that they know that.
Well, I think that's huge.
That's something that they have mentioned over and over
Yes.
again is how awesome it is to be able to keep touching base if they need a little reach out and say, is this okay? Absolutely, that's normal, you know,
Yeah.
and they just need that reassurance. Oh my gosh, somebody else has been through this and this is normal. This is okay. It's more than okay.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I also wanted to speak about the uncomfortableness one more time, just because there's a lot of people that are hearing this word. As we know, life is changing in the world right now. The future is female. The divine feminine power is coming up. It's making a lot of other people feel uncomfortable.
Yep.
And that when you go through the uncomfortableness, it's like walking into the ray of sunshine. The warmth that comes over your face is pretty powerful. And what I also love is that knowing that you both speak about the uncomfortableness that you still go through,
Yes, absolutely.
that life happens.
Yeah.
It's not a done deal. The race isn't over, not a one-walk dog. You still have to keep in practice.
Yes.
So what is it that each one of you do now when life shows up right here that's uncomfortable? What is it that you do internally to put yourself at ease?
There's a pep talk that goes on. And there's so many women who are going through so much worse than I am right now. And I'm not minimizing my discomforts, but knowing that I have come this far and I have gotten as strong as I am, walking one foot in front of the next. You just walk, and you walk with integrity. You hold your head up, and you say, I've got this. And you breathe and you smile. And initially it's going to be a little bit like you're faking it. It's going to feel inauthentic. But when that switch is flipped and you're no longer faking it till you make it, so incredibly powerful. And Sarah and I both feel that we want to be able to give this to women, to remind them they already have this. This is innate.
Yep.
Life circumstances have pulled that away from them, and we're here to bring it back.
Wonderful.
I think you have these, that we've learned that we do have these internal things that we do. But I think another thing that we teach in this class is that nobody can do this alone. Nobody. That you need to ask for help, and you want to surround yourself with people who lift you up, and that when you need it, that you can ask for help. And that was one of the biggest things for me. Learning to take care of myself and learning that it was okay for me to ask for help has completely shifted my life. To the point where my 15-year-old daughter the other day, I had a stressful moment, and my 15-year-old came to me and said, maybe 2 hours later, Mom, you handled that very well. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah?
That she could point it out to you.
Oh, yeah. And she saw it. She said, that's not how you normally, hey, you got this, Mom. Good job. So they notice.
So we offer the class here at 5 Elements Living. And again, it's going to be this time around, it's April 29th from 10 to 2, serving just a light lunch and a gathering. However, if you feel that you're not quite ready for a group, you can see each of these women individually. And what I'll let you do, each of you, is tell what is the best way to get a hold of you. You can always go through 5 Elements Living, and I can direct you. But to see Sarah, you would...
You can go to upperroomreiki.com, or you can check out Upper Room Reiki on Facebook.
Okay.
My website is not up and running yet. So you
But
can
you have a Facebook page.
reach me through my Facebook page, yeah.
And your space is called?
Golden Room Reiki.
Perfect. Well, thank you both for speaking and seeing if we can convince women that this is something that they can get for themselves.
Yeah.
So again, 5elementsliving.com. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
Thank
Shelby,
you.
for doing your part.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.